Hey guys, welcome back. First of all, I'm gonna go off on a tangent right from the beginning. This top, to figure out how to wear, was so confusing. Because I kid you not, so this top comes as a loop. And it's a loop of different sizes, and then you have these two strings. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, so like, how do I put this on? And at first it was like inside out and backwards and everything like that. Anyway, eventually I figured it out, so it works. I don't even know if it's supposed to be tied or crossed like this, but I like it, so we're going with that. Anyway, welcome back. I came on here for a couple reasons. One, I clearly had the motivation to get ready and get up and get dressed and go out today. So something that I've come to realize, and anyone that I have talked to in the last 2 months knows that I have been struggling with literally everything. Because there was this shiny giant red button that said reset on it, and I decided to hit that button and just reset my entire life. Just flip everything I know upside down. Relationships, situations, jobs, homes. You can't tell, but there's a bunch of packing up stuff. Like, literally everything is different now, you know? So, sorry, there is a bug. There you go. Now there is not. Well, there is, but it's dead. So I just hit reset, and that is the hardest thing I think I've ever done. Am I going to be happier in the long run? Yes, I think so. Have I been struggling with who the heck am I? What do I like to do? Where do I want to go? What's my future going to look like? Yeah, those have been questions I've asked myself probably every day for the last 3 months. And no, actually, I've probably asked myself those questions for a lot longer than that. It's just gotten more severe in the last while. And I ask myself those questions way too often. I put so much pressure on myself. I get overwhelmed so easily. And I just literally freeze up. And I tried to take a vlog 2 days ago, the day before my birthday. And that vlog was so different than this one's gonna be, because I woke up in all baggy clothes, my hair was a mess, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna show people how much fun it is to try to motivate myself to just get out of bed. Because I've been setting alarms more recently, but before, if I hadn't set an alarm, I would not get out of bed until 10:30, because the only day, I work today at 9 a.m., but Fridays are the only day that I need to actually get up early. Other than that, I'm just cool. I work at 1:30, maybe 1. And then I'm I used to be when I first started working evenings like this and not having a day job, it used to be oh, well, I work later, so I'm not gonna do anything. But I'm I don't do anything then, because I work at night. I'm either working 1 to 7, or I'm working 5 to 10. I'm working in the evenings now. So I'm trying to reset that schedule too, because that's been a huge change as well, is that my schedule is flipped. I used to work a day job full time, either 8:30 to 4:30 or 10 to 6. And then I used to work on top of that in the evenings on occasion and on the weekends. But now it's I don't usually have a day where I don't work. So it's I kind of work 7 days a week, but 2 part-time jobs, kind of, you know? And so I'm just resetting all my scheduling too, because routine is something I crave. I really like having a routine, but non-existent anymore, because my schedule is always changing. And trying to fit things in is not as easy as it used to be. But I'm really trying to focus right now on anything that's helping me and my self-care, essentially. So I got my gym membership. I went to the gym on Tuesday and Wednesday before work this week. And me going to the gym it's an event in itself. I like get there and I'm like, okay, go to the change room. I've been going currently near this location, like that I've been living at, is a women's only facility. And I don't go to that one because I'm afraid like of guys seeing me or anything. I go to that one because one, I know that it's going to be less busy. Two, like there's less options because there's less equipment and it's a smaller space and there's less people in general. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how to use machines and I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So this is to build my confidence so that when I go to the much larger gym that's going to be near where I'm about to live, I'm going to have some confidence and know how to use some machines, because nothing is more scary than thinking about going up to a machine in front of a bunch of other people who probably know how to use this machine and being like, what do I do? Weird. But that's me at the gym. So every time I walk in, I'm like, okay, cardio is the easy part, right? Cardio's not bad. You got your bikes, you got your ellipticals, your Stairmasters, your treadmills. And then I'm like on the treadmill, like running and everything. And I'm like, what am I gonna do today? I've managed to make it through a full upper body day and a full lower body day. And honestly, I really like working my upper body. Gonna get jacked. Just kidding. My arms are still tiny. But I really like working out my upper body. But I did that on Tuesday and it's Friday now and my arms are so sore and my chest, my back's not so bad. But it was weird because the second day I went for my lower body workout and that burned so much more in the moment. Like, oh my God, I did like the glute drive machine thing. Like this is something I would not have tried if I was in front of a bunch of people, because you put on like a seat belt and then you like put the weights on the side and you unlock it and then you're just doing your like glute bridges with the weight and whatnot. Oh my God, that killed my butt. Jesus. And I really thought I was gonna be like walking like a crippled person the next day, but my lower body is actually not that bad. But yeah, my arms are very sore. So that's something I'm focusing on, is putting what energy I seem to manifest into going to the gym and stuff. It does make me more tired though. Like I feel like I get to work at night and I'm like, I could go for a nap, but it's okay. And then another thing, like I'm eating more. I'm actually eating breakfast. That's a huge plus for me. I used to like eat definitely not enough. And I'm like happier than I am pushing myself to eat more and actually do more. Granted, I eat pretty much the same thing every day. Speaking of, actually, I'm gonna make a wrap right now because I am going out and I wanna make sure I eat before I leave. So I'm gonna be multitasking, which means my thoughts are gonna be even less understandable than normal because I'm multitasking. But I've been focusing on trying to eat better, I eat the same things because one, it's easy and it's less stressful because I know what the heck I'm gonna eat. Also, I just haven't been buying a lot of groceries yet either because like I'm moving out of this apartment like shortly, you know? So since I'm moving out, I don't wanna like buy a bunch of groceries and then have to bring them, you know? So I haven't been really doing that. But yeah, I have pretty much the same thing every day. In the morning, I either have like a yogurt bowl, which I normally make, or more recently, so I bought like rice cakes, like just the original kind. I also bought the everything kind, which are delicious, and if you haven't had them, you definitely should. So delicious. I love everything seasoning. But I bought the original ones, which I still stand by my point that I've always said are disgusting by themselves. I've never been a huge fan of like rice cakes. But what I tried doing, and then this was random because I had a bunch of Nutella left over from when Duncan moved out because he liked Nutella and he would have it a lot. And I like it now. I really didn't used to like chocolate, but I like chocolate more and more now. But what I like is I put the rice cake, and then I put Nutella spread on it. And then I have frozen like frozen fruit, like berries and stuff in my freezer. And I'll like warm up some of them. And then I'll kind of like smush them onto the Nutella and the rice cake. Sorry, I told you multitasking is not my forte. But yes, so it's so good though. I 10 out of 10 definitely recommend. And it's quick and easy to make. So like I'll do that some mornings too. It depends on how hungry I am. But usually I make the yogurt bowls anyway. And then I make these wraps, which I'm currently doing. And so I got like lettuce, and I get Roma tomatoes, which I'm kind of obsessed with because I really like tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I eat them like apples sometimes. But when they're really seedy, I don't like love it per se. Like the beefsteak ones are really seedy. But Roma tomatoes are not. And I didn't know that until I started making my own salsa. That was when I was like, whoa, Roma tomatoes are epic. But that's why you use them for salsa, because they're not super like juicy and seedy and everything. So yeah, I just buy those. And then I buy some lettuce and then tortillas. And then this part's not the best part. And I know it's not the best for me, but I do get the like pre-cooked chicken breast. I cook my own chicken breast too, like when I make meals. But the reason why I like this, even though it's definitely like got hella preservatives of sorts inside of it, because chicken breast is only supposed to like stay good in your fridge for 4 days. Like after you cook it, it's not supposed to be good any longer than that. And this one somehow, which I bought on Monday, is good until July 11th. So today's the 24th. So something doesn't add up, which definitely is a sign that this is probably not great for me. But for the time being, it'll do. And I like things that keep, because I'm eating for one. And so like, I don't like having the pressure of, oh no, I need to eat this or else it's gonna go bad. Then I top it off with my new, I'm obsessed. This is delicious. So mayonnaise is a thing that like I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. If someone puts it on a sandwich for me, like a BLT or whatnot, then I'll eat it. But I don't like mayonnaise and I can't do it myself. So, but I also don't like dry wraps or anything, and I don't know. I saw this in the store and it had pictures of bacon on it, and bacon's delicious, but it's a sandwich spread and it's a smoky bacon mayo. And it's so good. So I'm kind of obsessed with it. And I use that on my wraps as well. And that's pretty much my story on telling you I've been doing better. I mean, this is an improvement, okay? And I will take an improvement. Do I have to motivate? I don't have to motivate myself to like make these because it's very quick. As you can see, I'm all done right now. Voila, I have a wrap. So I get to eat it. I'm not gonna eat it right now though because I'm talking to you guys, but yeah. So quick and easy and definitely healthier than eating like Mr. Noodle or like frozen pizzas and like stuff like that. And it has like actual vegetables on it. So those are two things that I've been really trying to work on, is my fitness and my nutrition. Because those are two things that are good for me. And my hygiene as well, because like things when I get really like depressed or like low or in a rut or anything like that, I find it hard to want to like do any of that. I find it hard to want to like cook for myself or take care of my body or exercise or just anything like that. First thing out the window is taking care of myself. I'd rather take care of anyone else when I'm like that. So my logical brain thinking is, okay, so the way to avoid that is to just focus on taking care of myself. So that's the routine I'm trying to create with my new reset life, is that I'm trying to create. Also, sorry, off topic again. Wild that these are so low in calories. Not that calories matter, they really don't, and I rarely check them anymore. I usually just eat whatever I want to eat. But one rice cake is 50 calories? I don't know. That seems so low. Because like you look at like a tortilla, and like a tortilla is like, I don't know. Anyway, not that we need to talk calories, we don't. But I was surprised by that, I guess, is what I'm telling you. And I think the original one's like 35 calories. I'm like, geez, okay, cool. I'm kind of just rambling on and on about nonsense now, but pretty much my goal of coming on here was to remind myself that I do these videos for myself, and I haven't been motivated to do it because I don't want to come on here and be like, my life sucks and blah blah blah, because like, who wants to listen to that? No one. But that's the real stuff, and that's the stuff that people don't talk about. And then you sit there comparing yourself to these highlight reels of everyone else's life, being like, dang, I feel really far behind, or I wish I was on like that timeline, or I wish that I was on that path or that journey. But literally everyone's journey is different, and everyone's journey is hard and easy at different times and different points and different aspects, and certain things that are hard to others are easy to different people, you know what I mean? So that's something else that I've been trying to learn, is like, I can't compare myself to everyone else, because first of all, how many people do I have that are really coming out here and telling me about their lowest lows and like their worst time, you know? So I'm trying to do a happy medium, because I do this for me. And this is going to be good, because like, what happens in a year when I'm like, let me go look back at when I was at my lowest and see how I like worked my ass off to get out of there. But if I don't have any kind of moments that I showcase what a low looks like, then it's hard to remember. Because when you're at your highest highs, it's hard to remember what it felt like at your lowest lows. And when you're in your lowest lows, you're like, the highest highs feel like unattainable. Like passion, what is that? I don't have that. You know what I mean? So right now this has been my life. It's just been literal roller coasters of highs and lows. And like in a day, I'll go 1 hour where I'm just like, oh my God, my life sucks. And then the next hour I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's motivate myself. I'm going to the gym, you know? And I think the biggest thing for me is that reset button took me out of my comfort zone to the max. And that's why I lost a huge part of myself. It's not because of all this change. It's because I am introverted, and I am truly myself when I'm comfortable, and when I don't care what people think, and when I'm not trying to people please, and when I'm just authentically myself. And when I'm authentically myself, that is the best version of myself. So I lost a huge part of that because I don't know how to be myself in new situations, and every situation in my life right now is new. So I'm working towards it. I'm working towards that. Who cares? Let me just be me. If you don't like it, then you can leave. And this vlog specifically is a huge part of that, because my dying fans that love to listen to me go on and on about nothing randomly whenever I feel like it, like, I love the support. I love anyone who listens to any of my videos. I respect that. I think that's epic. I have no idea who does. And that's fine by me. Like, again, I do this for myself. And I push myself to do it. And I gotta showcase that weird personality that I do have, because when I'm recording it, it's just me and myself. And like, yes, I like a pulled back, like a more reserved version of myself, because I am posting it publicly online. But it's still easier to be myself when I'm by myself, because I'm like, if someone's gonna watch this and hate this, like, they're wasting their time watching this if they hate that. So, you know, it's not affecting me in the least. And it takes courage to post random content of you talking online. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna go have a good night after I eat, and I hope that everyone else has a lovely day. day, night, morning, whatever time you're watching this.